Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with Internal Revenue Service. I've worked thousands of IRS cases. I've actually been doing this since 1973. Ouch, it hurts me to say that, but that's how much of an expert I am. I've written a book, by the way. It's called IRS Settlements. Get your copy on Amazon. No, I don't really push the book, but I have written a book along with my partner, Peter Salinger. Just want you to know about passports, what IRS is doing with them. I'm talking today about keeping your passport with IRS. That's the title. Why is that important? Most people don't know. A FAST Act. It's the name of the act. It was FAST, F-A-S-T. It's like some road funding for road resurfacing, something like that. The IRS said, hey, if you owe serious tax debt, at that time, serious was $52,000. Today, I think it's $62,000. If you owe IRS tax debt, guess what, buddy? You're going to go ahead and have your passport revoked, denied, and pulled by the State Department. Here's how the system works. This is what IRS does. They send you, first of all, they file a federal tax lien. It's your official record. Hey, by the way, you should be getting a bunch of calls from solicitors. Matter of fact, that's a good one. I've got to write that down. Are you getting calls? Calls from parties. That's good. Calls from parties. So if you're getting these calls, that means, guess what? IRS filed a federal tax lien. The 508C letter is coming next, which tells me that they're letting you on notice. You have 90 days to resolve your debt. If not, that letter goes to the State Department. The State Department notifies you, guess what? Passport, you're going to apply for a new passport. So you want to stop the process. You can get a payment agreement. They can file an offer in compromise, or your case can be put in hardship. Basically, your case has to be closed off the IRS enforcement portal completely. And how do you do that? Well, you got to know what you're doing. If you do this yourself, you're probably going to wind up with a cluster mess here. And at the end of the day, you're probably going to have a payment agreement you don't want. Everyone says, well, let me go settle my tax debt. Well, IRS only accepted $13,000, and unless you know what you're doing and you're going to call a company to settle your debt, you're going to get ripped off. I know this because this phone gets so many calls a week by people been ripped off by companies filing offers in compromise. What you have to do, you have to do two things. You want to keep your passport, but you want to get your IRS problem taken care of. If you want to do that, you must get a professional, either an attorney, a CPA, enrolled agent, me, a former agent who knows what they're doing, that closes your case from the IRS. It's just as important as getting your passport, because you've got to live with that decision you've made with IRS. So if you want to keep your passport and end your IRS case, let me know. That's what I do well. I've been doing this probably longer than anyone you will ever speak, and I am a national expert. Check me out at 777irs.com, and I always love subscriptions. Why do people ask for subscriptions? Well, it just lets YouTube know people like you. That's why I asked for them. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.